why don't y'all start by saying, like, you know, introducing yourselves and let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Okay, I'm Leona.
And I'm Phylicia.
Co-owners of Bodyscape Body Contouring Spa.
What services y'all offer here? How long y'all been in business?
I think we've been here physically for almost 3 years.
2. It was 2 in April.
Okay, 2 years, but we've been doing body contouring for going on 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
Going on 4 years. We do non-invasive services, facials, massages, post-op massages. Am I missing anything?
No, that's about it.
Okay.
And y'all started off going to people's house. I remember that. Like, y'all would come to people, like, traveling, and then y'all stopped there for a little minute, and then y'all got the space, you know?
Yes.
Yeah,
And we started with that
y'all.
idea from you. Sitting on the phone, having a conversation. And we like you telling us about, like, telling me about body contour and stuff like that. And like, y'all need to do this. I'm like, okay, let me tell her about it. So telling her, and then we just start doing classes, and then everything just picked up from there. But we just went to houses.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun?
That was fun.
It was a lot. No.
It was fun. It was fun for me because I felt like it was something different. Like, me learning, me, like, going out by myself, even though she ain't like that. Sometimes we had to go by ourselves, but it was different. It was not me having to always be used to being under her at that moment. So it was like something I had to get used to doing.
Did y'all say that y'all were sisters?
When we first started out?
No, just now.
Did you introduce us as sisters?
I'm sorry, we sisters. I did. I'm sorry, we're sisters. We 4 years apart. She's older. I'm younger.
I'm more like the big sister. They assume she the oldest.
Yeah.
I'm more like the big sister.
That's perfectly fine.
But yeah, I mean, I felt like I liked it when I go, but I like it when people come here as well. But it was good. It was different.
Yeah. So tell us about your kids that y'all raise and their ages and like their personalities and describe what they're like.
Okay, well,
so let's hold on. Let's start off with the fact that I have no kids.
I'm along for the ride. Y'all are co-parents. Yes. That's why Phylicia doesn't have any children of her own, but you two co-parent together, and that's like a lot of people. Like, a lot of moms, like, their support system and your co-parent isn't always the father. Sometimes it's your sister. Like, you know, that's your business partner, your co-parent. Like, y'all doing life together. So that's... And just as much as you might be the mom, but she's the mom as well. Yeah. Like, you know? So, y'all doing this as a unit. Yeah. You do have kids.
Not physically. But when she found out I was pregnant, it was time for her to be like, okay, now I'm about to be a mom as well. Because, like, since I had my daughter, she, like, been by my side. So I'm the only one with a child, and she's 12. And then we take care of our niece that's by our older sister, who's 13. So we have 2 little ones with us at home, but then we have one. I want to say every other weekend, but it's kind of like whenever she pick up the phone and call us. So it's like a lot of kids.
That's an 8-year-old.
That we take care of. A lot of kids. Yeah. But my 12-year-old, she is one of the sweetest human beings I ever met. I feel like she changed me, like, be more loving, understanding. Yeah. And she taught me, like, growth. She's teaching me different things still to this day. Like, every day we learning together. The 13-year-old, that's my baby. Even though that's my niece, that's more so like my daughter, because it's like I've been having her since she was like 6, and it been her and Naomi. So I feel like I got 2 kids, even though biologically she's not mine. That's my daughter. You can't tell me that's not. Yeah. But they're well respectful. They got a little sassiness, but they mean no harm. They sweet young ladies. They're themselves. They not trying to fit in. They can do things that get under my skin, but they still kids. And I feel like they teaching me, because sometimes, you know, a lot of things I feel like I experienced as a young girl, I don't want them to experience it. So it's just like, we learn it every day. It's just like something every day I'm learning different, like how to be a better mom, and they like them being better human beings.
Oh, that's so cute. No, like, okay, as far as like y'all growing up together, I watch y'all have conversations. Like the other day, you and Mimi had a conversation when you told her she was coming across, like she was home and you said she was coming across sassy on the phone.
Oh, okay.
They be having like real dialogue, and I be sitting there like, damn, mom ain't do this with us when we was young.
Oh, she said something like she was like, what did she say? I had told her like she was doing something. I was like, not too much. And she was like, you always do that. You always telling me I'm doing too much. Like you always acting like that. And I was like kind of caught off guard because I'm like, I always do that. Like I don't want you to feel like, I'm always coming at you, or you feel like I'm being aggressive and I'm doing that. But like, please tell me, because that's not my intentions. Like I'm never trying to make her feel like she can't talk to me, or I'm just like this big bad whip. So when she said it to me, it really kind of hurt my feelings because I'm on the phone like, I'm like, I do that. I'm like, did I do that? And she like, I'm like, give me an example so I can know not to do that anymore, because I don't want to do that. Like that's my baby. So it's like tell me. So when she was explaining to me, like, remember you was like, we was talking about a hairstyle, and you was like, we ain't doing that, not too much. She was like that, and I'm like, but you were kind of coming off like sassy. It was
this when Zayla was in the background talking some you did do that.
Exactly. So then you got like the little group around trying to tell me I am being a certain way, like, you did do that. And I'm just like, I'm not like that. Let me correct it.
Like if you had out of the two of us, you the aggressive one. I mean, I'm soft. So, and they know how to play that.
So you feel like you play disciplinarian?
Very much so.
100%.
And what role do you play?
She's here. She's okay. I feel like
I'm just an extra.
She must.
I wouldn't even call you an extra set of hands though, because this is like, it's not like you step in and step out.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
You're like a second mom, but more calm. But
I'm not like authoritative like you. Like I can't do it.
She's like real like, let me go say something, and then like if she say something, it's just like
I'm the mediator a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I can make sure they have like peaceful dialogues, because she can come across aggressive at times, and I know she don't mean no harm by it. But I mean, it's easy. Like what we do to me is easy because we've always been so close. So us raising them together is just. It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Because of how tight our bond is.
Because you feel like y'all been doing it for so long. So it's just like the norm. Like this is, because y'all have been doing this together for a very long time.
Well, no, we've been raising Mimi together since she had her.
Yeah. That's what I said. Like, as soon as I was like, hey,
as soon as she was pregnant, and I got over being mad about it. Because I remember she called me, she told me she was pregnant. I hung up on her. And she pissed me off. I was working at McDonald's at the time. I can really picture this. She called me. She's like, I'm pregnant. And I was just like, what? And she's like, I'm pregnant. And I just remember hanging up. She pissed me off. But I think once her belly started forming, it was just like, okay.
This is happening.
This shit is real. And it's been like that ever since, like from ordering everything. Like I gave me an order everything she needed. When she was pregnant, before she even had a baby shower. It was just...
And it's like, when I feel like when I'm having my moments and I feel like I don't understand stuff, or I feel like, because a lot of times I could be like, I'm a bad mom. Like, I shouldn't do that. I go to her like, what you think? Like, what? Like, help me out. You think I was aggressive? Should I have did this? Should I have did that? Yeah. So it's like, she helped me with a lot of them things, even though she didn't have a child. Like, it's great to have her, because if I ain't have her, I'd be like, girl... It's
no,
just
you
like
piss me off when you say you're not a bad mom, because, like I tell you, like
when I'm not a bad mom.
Well, you piss me off when you say you're a bad mom. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You're like, hold on, camera. We gonna be crystal clear about what you say.
I get mad when she say she's a bad mom, because I told you this the other day. I hold you at like on a pedestal as far as like being a mom is concerned. Like even when we have our conversations with our mom and we like reflect on like how we was as kids when you tell like you dropped the balls on this a couple times. So when she be like, I'm a bad mom, it pisses me off, because out of all the moms like I've come across, like especially in our family, she sacrifices the most as far as being like a good mom.
Yeah.
So I just be like, please shut the hell up when she say it. It hurts my feelings because like I know how good of a mom she is, and I know like she's sacrificed her life to really just be here with me. So it'd be like, I'm about to drop kick you because
you learn how to be a mom kind of from your own mom, and you learn what to do and what not to do from your own experience. So what are the to-dos and not to-dos you feel like you guys could have taken from your own mom?
Well, I feel like me, from my mom, what I learned is, one thing she taught me is to always have comfort, like had that safe space, be your child's safe space, because she became mine. When I feel like once I became around like 14, 15, she was my safe space. Like I was someone, that my mom was someone I can go like talk to because I was dealing with different things as a, I guess, teenager, you want to say. But a lot of things I learned from my mom that and I love my mom. My mom is a great mom. Don't get me wrong. At times
she had her pics.
She had her pics. Like, I'm trying to explain it where not like my mom was a bad mom, but not to beat my kid. Yeah. Not to beat my kid because I got my ass whipped. like my mom whipped my behind. It was like sometimes over the littlest things, but she really didn't hear me. Until when I got in high school and I got into a bad fight, then my mom started hearing me more. But like them younger years, like my mom, it didn't matter.
She was one of them like shut up. We don't want to hear it.
So,
it is what it is.
But she also comes from an older generation. Where it's like, you know, then they were like, y'all opinions don't matter. Y'all feelings don't matter. And it's like now, you know, that's something we, you know, you take. Like, all right, I don't want my kid to feel like their feeling doesn't matter, their opinion doesn't matter. How are you feeling? And communicate those things to me. Because it's something, you know, you might not have grew up with because that's not the generation that was raising you. That's not what they were used to. Right. And now looking back, like, I feel like being a mother yourself is sometimes your own therapy. Like, for stuff that you feel like you missed with your own mom. And now it's like, as now I'm a mother, and it's like, hold the fuck up. This why we ain't had no opinions. Cause y'all, I gave y'all inch, and y'all took a fucking mile. Like, this is why we couldn't say how we felt. Like, this is why. Like, you know, it's like, it's therapy in its own self. Like, all right, I can show my mom a little bit more grace in this area because I see why some stuff was the way it was. Because sometimes it's easier to just be like, y'all need to shut the fuck up and just go with what I'm saying. But you don't want to be that person. But it's like, you seen why she probably did do it. Because it's just like, y'all had too much to say. And y'all really don't know what the fuck is going on. Exactly. Like, y'all don't have no idea what's really going on. You know? So it's like, what?
I don't know. Like,
you disagree?
No, see, it depends. Especially like from our family, I feel like everybody had a hand in raising each other kids. And that was a big issue for me growing up. So I know one thing that we don't allow with our girls is for too many people to have too many opinions on how they get disciplined. Because mind your business, y'all not in this house. Especially like with how they dress and how they present themselves now. They don't dress like provocative or anything like that. But like Leona let them play around with makeup and nails at times. But that's like
that's expression.
That's not being wrong. I feel like it's accessories. I feel like you can't sexualize if a child want to wear nails or makeup. It's like she's not walking out the door like, hey, look at me, let me give me a man. That's not her intention. She like her colorful nails. Why can't she wear it? She like her makeup. Why can't she wear it? She's not saying I'm grown. That's not the case. They just to me it's accessories. Like let them express themselves. So it's like I feel like that's the biggest argument I deal with still to this day, because if somebody see my daughter, my girls, they be like, what's the like, look at her. How old is she? You know how old she is. Like, she the same age. So what? What's the problem? Like, long as she not out here showing her like her body and all that, what's the problem?
And they not fresh. Like, they don't be dressed fresh. They don't look fresh. It look like exactly what y'all said, that y'all give them room to be creative and express themselves in that way. And I feel like you know, my kids, they're small, they're babies. But, you know, my husband does have a 14-year-old. And something like, you know, one time she wore lashes to Thanksgiving. And everybody was like, she got on lashes? She got on lashes? And it's like, she's a girly girl.
Right.
Like she's a girl. Like it's not for boys. It's for herself. Because she's into herself.
Right.
Yeah, she's into herself. Like she wants to be pretty.
She want to pamper herself. Like, hey, this to me makes me feel good about myself. So how does me putting on these lashes make me grow?
Yeah, like
my only issue is they better than me at makeup, and I just be like, I just think it's expression, but you do got those people who just always got a comment. It's just like, mind your business.
Yeah.
But that's good that y'all protect them in that way, because like growing up, it's definitely like your mom would be telling your business to everybody in the family.
How you know she did this before you even got down to the Thanksgiving party. Your cousin called you did this. Like, hold up, it just happened. Give me a second. But I don't tell nothing. Like and one thing I feel like I learned from my mom is that protection, because like I said, she started getting better once I got older. Yeah. Like me younger, I feel like she was working a lot, and it was more so like we was put onto my dad's side of the family, going down there with my dad, and my dad having my aunts and all of them watching us. Where so like we dealt with a lot, like when we was down there, people teasing us and stuff like that. So it's like when we got older, and I feel like especially with me having a child, I was just like, oh, I don't want that around my daughter. Yeah. Like keep that away from me. So I feel like once we told our mom, like, okay, this type of stuff is going on, she was like, all right, like now she started protecting us. Like we wasn't around those type of things. So I feel like I always, once I hit my daughter, I'm like, all right, I know I'm not having her around them type of people. Like we not doing that. So it's like a protective thing, because even like she was experiencing the same type of thing when she was going with, her dad's side of the family. So it was just like, all right.
That was killing me. It was a piece of hair.
So it was just like, okay, no, I'm not. Let me take a lesson from out of my mom book. Let me not have her around those type of people, because you're not doing it.
One of my questions for everybody was like, do you feel like your kid's father offer you the support you need for them? I know the answer, but I still gotta ask it the same questions I ask everybody, and then you brought it up.
I'm gonna be okay. Because I feel like this is something I choose not to ever. I don't talk about, but no, and she's 12 years old. Since the time I had her, he has never been like a consistent person in her life. Even it came to the point where it's like, okay, you can't financially do anything for her. Cool, I got it. Just spend time with her. Yeah. So just that, it was just like, oh, all right, I can give her a little attention. Then let me just get on out of here. So it was just like a repeated cycle. I'm going to be in, I'm going to be out, I'm going to be in, I'm going to be out. And I felt like I always had in the back of my head, like, you ain't about to be no bitter baby mom. Like, just because it didn't work out. Like, he need to have a relationship with his child. But it got to the point where she's 12 now. So it started messing with her self-esteem. Her feeling like, I'm just supposed to accept anything for any type of person. They walk in my life, they can talk to me today, but then they don't want to talk to me tomorrow. And that was from her father. So it was just like, I want to say about almost 2 years now, we got stern, like we gonna push him to the side. We don't even got time for that. And she don't even have a relationship with him. She doesn't talk to him or anything like that. And it's like, it's just, that's his decision. So no, but I feel like, I think that's why I try my best to be such a perfect mom, because girl, I picked your bullshit ass dead. So I'm just trying to do that. Okay, I want you to feel bad. But no, he's not.
Yeah. I can't imagine, like, especially like y'all grow up, y'all parents still together. Right. So to grow up in a 2-parent household y'all whole life, and then like, okay, like I feel like when you have that relationship with your father, you definitely put value on your kids having a relationship with their father, because you know how much it actually do mean, because you've experienced it.
But I thought that he would see that, because prior to them even like having Mimi, he was around our family a lot. Because they went to high school together. So he was around. That's one thing like about us, like when we get in relationships, they become a part of the family. So he was around. So it was like, once he came to me, he just wanted to be a stay-at-home daddy. And it was just like, we not fitting to do that. And
it's so funny, because it seemed like you more upset about it than she is.
I feel like me and her.
I gave him more passes.
Yeah, and I feel like to me it's growth, and then it's like I'm not about to waste my energy on that man. It's like pathetic because it's like almost every other day I'm hearing something different, and it's like reality is he's a bullshit ass dad. So it's like, what's the point? It's really nobody stopping you from having a relationship with your child. I'm not bitter. I'm not none of that. It just got to the point like you keep coming in and out, not consistent. We don't need you. Yeah. So it's just like I really try to walk around this world like I don't have one. So
like it's like
he doesn't exist. Yeah. Like who is that person? So no, it's like And I think like a year or two ago, when my child found out she had like a sister, it was just like, oh my God, here we go with this, with the extraness. And it was like, then a year went past and it was like, me and the mom had a conversation. It was like, okay, let's try to build a relationship so our kids get a relationship because it's like the BS. Yeah. So it's like really who needs him? She can have a relationship with her sibling. Oh, that's good. Like,
that's sad when moms got to do what dads are supposed to be doing. Like, you know,
who is, but
So how did it come about with you taking y'all taking y'all niece as well and adding her to like, you know?
Well, I started taking care of my niece when I was still staying with my parents. Yeah. My niece was coming over and I was still there with my daughter. So it was like, here I am giving all this overly love and affection to my daughter, and then my niece sitting right here. So it just became like, girl, come on. Like, so it was just like always doing stuff together. Like she just being with me all the time. So it was just like, it became natural. And then they started going to school together. So from them starting going to school together, she never wanted to go home. And then it was just like, when I moved, it was like, I'm taking her with me. Why? This doesn't make sense. Because my sister let her stay at my parents' house because my niece didn't want to leave. So it was just like, okay, this my child now. Yeah. So she just been with us ever since.
Is it ever like a thing like with her mom going like, well, I want more of a say in this or that, and it's like, did she like you kind of took it over
the past year?
It got better.
She's matured a lot in this situation as far as us
with that growth thing, because it's like all three of us. I think it's like the strong personality thing, and then
no, it's the battle with y'all too, because it's like first we all Pisces, and it'd be like her against it'd be like battle of the Titans sometimes, and I think she had to sit back and realize it doesn't matter who's the oldest. What makes sense, and they being with us makes sense. So she respects that. The dad respects that. So
we have like open conversation. Like I can tell her, "Hey, this is going on X, Y, and Z," and it's like, "Okay, cool." Like come. It's just like it got better. I feel like once she got older, it got better because
the man's very vocal about
she knows what's going on. So it's like
sugarcoat nothing.
It's like. Let's just let everything just run smooth because, like, what's the problem?
And Vaya, she 13, right? And then Mimi 12. So what's that like as they grow into, like, preteens and teenagers and, like, you know?
So they were homeschooled for 3 years. So when we moved, they both wanted to go back to regular school. We had, like, a long conversation, like, are y'all sure this is what y'all want to do? So it was like, all right. They went back to regular school. Like, Nevaeh has caused... I think that...
I feel like she felt like she got freedom. So it's like, okay, let me get some freedom. Let me see what's out here. Let me spice it up. So she got in middle school, and it was just like, let me get a taste of everything that's going on, what I ain't seen in a minute. So it's just like her finding her identity, I feel like,
and her having to realize that, my aunts take care of me, but my aunt's not old. She was trying to get, like, her friends have older parents, so they can get, a lot of stuff can get past them. We be on it. And I be telling her all the time, like, bro, we not old, but, you know, to her, we're old, but she get caught every time. So that it's like watching, I don't know, because I didn't get in trouble a lot as a kid as far as the type of stuff she do.
Yeah. Did you not get in trouble or did you not get caught?
She didn't get caught.
I was like 18. So I was like 16, 17. So I mean, I was a nerd when I was a kid.
Okay.
I was legit at 13, so I was a straight nerd. I was in mentally gifted classes. What? Wanted to read books.
See, I don't want to say I was fresh, but I was always been that pretty girl. I just wanted to like, oh, what's that about? Let me see. So it was just like, it wasn't surprising that once my niece got up here and she telling me, and I'm asking her like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And she like, I don't know. It's like, it's fun. So it's just like, okay, that's the same type that I was doing when I was in school, because it was just like, I'm getting the attention, like, what is this about? It's something different. So I just felt like we had to explain to her, like, okay, you're in this attention still. Like, be who you are. Like, don't try to switch up just to try to fit in. So she's starting to understand it. Now I'm starting to see the Nevaeh that I know.
Yeah.
Naomi, she's to herself. Like, it's an up and down thing. You'll have days, she'll have her good days, and she'll have her bad days. Because sometimes people can't accept for how she is. Like, she's quiet. Yeah. She's peaceful. She's like Care Bears, rainbows. Like, that's really her. She ain't trying to do all the extras. So it's like,
sometimes she doesn't understand like how people could just be mean and don't like, she's just a naturally nice person and sees good at everybody. So when it comes back bad on her, it leaves her confused and like she like goes into this bowl. So
yeah, so it's like they totally different, but they're the same in a sense. But it's
and then we just dealing with like the female cattiness that they're both experiencing, and it'd be like, I didn't want to deal with this crap when I was in school, so I damn sure don't want my babies dealing with it. So it's just her. And I like when Leona was in school and like she was dealing with BS. Like I had no issues with running up to the school. Like I got banned from her school from going up in there when she had issues. So you can't do that up where we live at now because the police station right down the street. So I don't know.
And I just feel like life is different from how it was when I was in school and like today. I just feel like I don't want my kids fighting. It's just like, no. I want them to defend themselves, but I'm not trying to get a phone call. They were just up here fighting. It's just like, that's going to break my heart. But then it's going to be like, they were bad. It's like, I don't want it to happen. I just want them to just like be cool. If somebody don't like you, all right, cool. Just go ahead. You ain't even got to go back and forth with them. But they experience that sometimes people just want to fight. Yeah. Like people just want that attention. So I'm just trying to tell them like, just ignore it. Like just walk away.
Dependent on her because as we got older and she just has a strong protective instinct, I got to take a back seat to having to be that protector in our relationship, and it switched. So I don't know, like I tell her like all the time, like I look up to her even though she's my little sister, and I got 2 older sisters, but I don't look up to neither one of them. They, and that's just me being honest. So some stuff you don't have to say. Like, it's like so much editing I can do. That's so real. Like, some stuff people could be offended by. Like she gonna say it's so true. Listen, you ain't got to edit that. You ain't got to edit that, love. That's just me being real. But seriously, like, can you imagine, like, growing up, you have older sisters, but they don't take on their old... Being older sisters is a responsibility. If you want it to be. Like, you could just be somebody's big sister. But I take me being her older sister seriously. So when the roles kind of got reversed, and she became like a protector to me, I was just like, all right, I can chill here.
It felt good, right? It felt nice to feel like.
But I noticed that I would lean on her a lot. Even like over the past couple of months, I've had to lean on her, and it took some adjusting. But I do know that you and the girls are a crutch for me, and I will hide behind that to avoid having to do other things. But I mean, it's part of life. I'm gonna get away from it, but I don't know, not yet. It's comfortable right now.
Yeah, but that probably feel good for her to hear, like, okay, you need me as much as I need you, and it doesn't feel like, one-sided. Because like you could be guilty, you feel guilty sometimes. I'm sure
you better not.
No, I just feel like sometimes I feel like it seemed like something overwhelming her, or it's just like, or maybe it looked like she she don't have nothing to do. Like, she need to lay down or something like this. Like, damn, bro. Or let me hurry up and try to do this so they can leave her alone or something like that. Or it's like, then she just had to do all this. Like, let her get a moment. Because I know how sometimes I feel like I need a moment. So it's just like, I can see, like, hold on, my sis need a moment. I can, like, let me try to figure some stuff out. I don't feel bad because I know, like, she want to be here. If I could tell my sister, go ahead, go somewhere, she not going to go nowhere. If I tell my sister, go away, go have fun, like, go do... No, I'm cool. Like, so it's been plenty of times, or even, like, when she was dating, go ahead, go away, you should go away, you should go, you should do it. It's like, all right, good. So it's like, I be telling her to do stuff.
That was the person, though.
Yeah. That's like, I'm always trying to tell her to, like, go ahead, go do stuff, go ahead,
when
go.
She had surgery, and I was taking care of her. She booked me a hotel room for the weekend. I mean, that was cute. She booked me a massage.
Yeah, it's like she won't do nothing. Like, she'll do it, but I gotta tell her, like, go ahead. Like, I got it. I'm cool. Like, sis, it's okay. But,
what is it that y'all want for y'allself and y'all lives and y'all kids? Like, what is it that y'all working towards? What is the dream life for y'all and these kids in y'all mind? Like, what is it? What does that look like?
I know, like, me, I just want them to, like, keep growing, keep being, like, well respectful young ladies and, like, to do good in life. I want to become a better mom. I will say it because I feel like I'm still learning. Like, I'm still, like, thinking on it.
Okay, so I want them to not have to work how we did as kids.
Okay,
like I said, I was working since I was 15. I don't want them to have to work. Absolutely. I really don't want them to have to work when they become teenagers.
Like a stress-free life. I see them having a stress-free life.
To just enjoy growing up. To enjoy being kids.
Not have to figure it out. Or it's like, I want them to feel like they learned something from us. Like, okay, when I got at this age, this is what I know how to do this X, Y, and Z and be this type of person. They ain't gotta, like, figure it out when they just wake up, like, oh, let me just learn this. Like, that's just too much. It's like, life be stressful at that moment. I don't want them to go through that. I just see, like, in the future just being happy, blessed. I don't know.
Businesses.
Yeah, maybe married. I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. Do I want to be married? Maybe married. I don't know. Some days I'll be like, I can see it, and some days it'll be like, I don't know. I want to be married.
I mean, no, I have no desire of it, but I wouldn't
You're not opposed to it.
No, I'm open to having a life partner.
Okay.
But
all right. I'm not, it's no shade, but maybe because see, somebody was married, and it's like they be wilding out. So be like,
our parents have been together I'm 34 for 35 years and been married for 23, and we are their 2 kids together. So we've been alone for the entire ride. So.
It'd be like,
like, I'm cool with a life partner. Like, like, I honestly said, like, I would need a separate living situation because I like my space. That's not ideal for a lot of people. It may be ideal for somebody. Somebody may be out there that will be okay with it.
A house actually helps with that, though.
It has to be big enough.
A big house helps.
You want space from your life partner. Like
you need it though.
Like a week, like a
not like a week, but like
we don't have to be up under each other.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, a house helps because it might be like, all right, I'm gonna chill upstairs. You might go chill in the basement or downstairs, and I might not see you for the whole day, and that's fine.
That's okay.
You know.
Sometimes
that's funny. Y'all the first 2 people that actually included like men when I asked them that question.
Yeah. Like, I feel like these past couple of years we've devoted so much to being good parents to the girls, and like building our business up. That is like I'm not going to be naive and say like I would not like somebody that I can be in love with and enjoy life with. besides my sister.
Yeah.
But right,
you just haven't found it.
Exactly.
And I think that a lot of people think that it's this thing where they feel like, oh, women don't feel like they don't need no man, or no one don't want a man. And it's like, women aren't doing this by choice.
Yeah.
Ideally, women do want partners. Like, they're not doing this by choice. They just aren't finding their equal or exactly what they need.
That's
exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of going through the same bullshit. Like, so if I'm not finding it, I'm cool. I'll just take some time until I get it together. But because I went through so much with the father of my child, I'm learning like the red flags. Like, hey, I see it, girl. Get your ass up out of there and stop trying to think maybe I can just work with them and stuff. Like, no. And then, like you said, I gotta show them
uppers. And we can't keep doing it.
And I got girls, so I gotta show them like, no means no. You see that red flag? Get your ass up out of there. So it's like, I'm getting better with it.
Okay. Do y'all have anything else y'all want to like say or promote or, you know, get across? Any advice, any words of wisdom, anything?
I always like to speak on our relationship because it is what it is. So I mean, the only thing I would want to get across, like, if anybody like has like relationships with sisters and it's not as good as they would want it to be, work on it. Because like, you never know what type of bond you can have with your sister if y'all just work on it. Because I honestly never knew that we would be as close as we was, because when we was growing up, we had something like, I know I had people in my era was like, you hang with your little sister, like, really, that's childish. And sometimes it would get to me. I'd be like, should I be hanging with my younger sister? But that was
fun.
Yeah. They was the corny ones.
That was fun. Like,
yeah, but yeah, that's about it. Oh, and you know, come to Bodyscape to get your body together.
Yes, come to Bodyscape. Love it here. Nice people.
Okay.
Leona does exist for the people online who think she doesn't because they never see you on our page.
I like the big.
No, you can't.
But thank you for having us, Amber. We appreciate
it.
Nice.
Y'all doing a great job. I'm super proud of y'all.
And you are too. You
Amber knows she means the world to us. She helped us with this. So
when I say she always was my favorite.
Yes. You know, it'll be like it's too many people that be coming around because it just be like they don't be understanding us, but she understood us, and you know we grew a bond. So
yeah, I'm happy to see all this come to light. Like I remember when it was just a phone call, and a conversation, and now it's a whole space. When he walked in, he said, "It's nice as hell in here. It's beautiful," and it is.
Thank you.
Y'all did a good job, and y'all do a good job on them girls too.
Child. Come on, don't make me cry again. I'm emotional.
You know how these kids is in this family. They a little touched. All of them is. But you know what's so funny? I was going through my iPad the other day and I had the videos from the YouTube videos you made when you was pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, she really was doing these videos a minute ago.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm like, this is kind of like a continuation of that. Because I spoke on like being pregnant, but nobody really got to see as me as a mom. And then like the mom experience can look like so many different things. And I feel like I've been every different kind of mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
You got a toddler, you got a baby, and your stepmom. Or bonus mom. Yeah. And
I've been the single struggling mom, and I've been the supported mom, and then I've been the mom that was just like, listen, I'm worried about me right now.
Right.
Like, you know, I've been in all those different places, and it's just like trying to find balance and figure it out. And I feel like a lot of people glamorize motherhood when you look at it online, because it's time for people like, I just love my kids. I just love being a mom. Like, I love my kids, of course. They like, I just love being a mom. This shit is great. This is the best. It's just so fulfilling.
They're
and
lying.
I'm like, damn, why am I not feeling like this?
Right. So they
you know, like, you know, I'm like, why is this not clear? Like, I love these kids, but I'm like, I do need more. I do want more. I do want to succeed and accomplish some things for myself. Like, you know.
But you accomplishing something for yourself is giving your kids something to look up to.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes it's going to have to be respectfully, fuck them kids.
Exactly. And nobody's saying that. Sometimes you got to say, fuck them kids.
No, for real.
That's why I'm asking, like, okay, well, do you have time for yourself? Like, do you have time to do this? Do you have time to be alone? Do you have time to think? Because that's stuff that you need. Sometimes I feel like shit, and it's like, damn, I wish I had a day to just keep my fucking nails done and keep my fucking hair done. Maybe get a massage or a facial and keep myself together. And it's like, what the fuck I'm gonna do this and sleep and run a business and parent these kids at the same time? And then when you throw a man in there, it's like I also have to have time to cater to him.
Exactly.
Like, you know, and spend time with him.
So you asking us to add another responsibility to the roster. So I'm looking like, I remember when I was dating, boy will always say, you will never got time for me. I'm like, I do have time. When I give you this block of time, you got to take advantage of it. If you don't, then you wasting my time.
That's hard.
And I can't. He have kids?
Yeah, but he wasn't active. And that's it. That's an issue for me. See, I've always been somebody, I'm like, I'm not talking to nobody with kids. But honestly, in this day and age, it's kind of not realistic. Yeah. Like, I'm like a unicorn out here, somebody without kids. Yeah. So, for me to think that I'm going to find somebody exactly like that.
It don't even matter if they got kids or not.
I know that. I've said that. I've came to the conclusion, like, whoever I end up with, they may have kids. I prefer them to be older, and I don't have to deal with them. But, I mean, whatever God puts in my path, it is what it is. But it has to be worth it for me to make you a priority. But I mean, you should have the same, mindset with me as well. Like, I should make it worth it for you to make me a priority. And if I want to deal with somebody, then I'm going to go all in. But it can't just be like, when we going to hook up? When we going to go out? Like, little boy, get out my face. I don't have time for this. I got 13 and 12-year-old who looking at Rick Owens and Balenciaga and all of this. And they looking at us like, what's up? Yeah. So, I don't have time. These kids is expensive.
Ain't they?
And we looking for a house so we can accommodate having all of the kids with us. Like we always got our brothers. We love when we get the other kids, but we need space. Yeah, because these kids is a lot.
Space is important, especially like that's why we lived in the same place, and it's like these kids can't even fucking run around because there's people below, and it's like all this noise, and it's like once you get the house, it's definitely like that alleviates something. Like they can just be them,
right?
Like,
go that way.
They could just have this space, and it's the sacrifice you make because now you in the suburbs. Like, okay, this shit's slower than a motherfucker. Okay, we even further than where we was. We gotta commute, but it's the sacrifice you make to give them room to be kids and be able to go outside and play and like walk around. Right, exactly. So.
Philly's not it.
These kids take everything from you.
Everything. They take everything.
They take everything.
Everything.
So
listen.
Show yourself some grace and make some time for yourself.
Yeah, see,
I've been trying to.
Your kids is old enough to watch mine. That way.
You playing it smart.
Yeah. Well, they ain't happy for me. I was trying. I wanted to be fresh, so.
Alrighty. Well, that's a wrap.
That was dope.
We're done. We'll put this together. Send me